We're back. Yes, actually. There we go.
Alright, so, once again, I'm Wizworld100, and here with me is
Dtyson and Wiz, yes.
So now it's another one of those movie nights where we talk about the movie we just watched. And so what movie did we watch today?
It was a classic, guys. It's
Your favorite movie?
Commando. There it is.
Commando, starring Arnold Schwatzenegger.
Director's cut. Yes.
Ah, yes, we saw the director's cut, which I didn't see, because I didn't see the original as much part of the camera fixing.
And Wizworld, why did we watch it today? Well, it wasn't the exact day, but around this time of year. Why?
Well, last week it was the anniversary of the movie, and we could have watched it last week, but it was kind of one of those change of plan moments at the last second, so this is a week late.
30th anniversary, guys. 1985, this movie came out, yes.
Yes, and also because in the Street Fighter movie, the same director that... Or not director,
what was it? Producer? Was it producer?
One of the other, but the...
Stephen E. D'Souza.
Yeah, was in that. So.
I think he wrote the script or something like that,
Yeah, he did. He did. All right.
Yeah.
So, did I read the thing last time, or did you read it last time?
I think you read it last time.
All right. So it's time for you to read your favorite movie of all time.
All right.
So I guess just
now you can take it all in, the kick butt action, intense, thrilling moments of Commando, the way the director Mark L. Lester fully intended. With a state-of-the-art digital sound and picture quality, and extensive special features including director's commentary, 2 action-packed featurettes, still galleries, and more. This exclusive director's cut is the ultimate Commando film experience, right?
Yes.
Martial arts expert column.
Sorry, I can't take that.
Colonel John Matrix, Arnold Schwarzenegger, is a commando without peer, and because he's led so many special ops assignments, he's been retired in order to protect him from retaliation. But now, the vicious South American dictator Matrix ousted has tracked him down and kidnapped his daughter, Jenny. To get her back, Matrix must return to South America for one last mission. Kill President Velasquez at any cost.
That's kind of somewhat misleading, that last part.
It is, yes. But it's kind of like the trailer. Any cost is like... the trailer was somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna pay.
That was the trailer.
Really?
Which we didn't. We should have watched that. We missed it.
Yeah, so it's a crowd pleaser directed with jolting efficiency by the Los Angeles Times. Anything else on it? So,
all right, guys. Well,
so yeah, Commando starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
what do you think?
Okay. I was waiting for you to ask me that. Well, now that I got to see it in its entirety, because I have watched it back then, but only the last part where Arnold shoots the shit out of everyone.
On Fox TV, right?
Was it? No.
I don't remember.
Probably was. The Fox used to religiously show this every weekend, like every Saturday.
Oh, really?
Almost.
Oh, yeah. So I didn't see it in its entirety at that point. I only saw the last part, but now that I got to see the entire thing, I gotta say I really enjoyed it, and I would watch it again. It was a fun movie. It's... How long was it? 90 minutes.
Yeah,
it's an hour and a half.
Right?
It's an hour and a half, but it didn't feel like an hour and a half. It felt like 40 to 45 minutes.
Yeah, the pace is very good.
Well, very fast too,
Yeah,
because
very
like for instance, in the beginning when all of John Matrix's not enemies, his
former
his troops
yeah.
were getting killed. It was like after one dies, like, oh, okay. It immediately cuts to the next part. It's like, oh, whoa, that was a little fast, but it was kind of acceptable. It wasn't like it wasn't that distracting, but yeah, I really liked this movie. Like I was telling you earlier, not as much as Terminator and RoboCop, but it's around there. So
yeah, this was Arnold fresh off of the Terminator, so he was pretty big at this point of his career. And
I thought you meant like physically, because in Terminator he was huge.
Yeah. He I think he trimmed down a little bit for Commando, but he's still pretty massive here.
Yes, and all the muscle and naked shots.
Yes, they had to show him with the bodybuilding, and what was that? Or he's holding a tree that's at the big.
The trunk. Yeah. Oh, the log. The log.
We were talking. Was it a real tree? I don't know, guys. That's a pretty big tree or log. Yeah. So you think...
It's not huge. Like I can see him carrying it, but I was like, movie producing wise, I'd probably give him a fake one just to make it easier.
But he did a lot of crazy lifting in this movie.
Yes, he did.
Like lifting
all the weapons,
phone booth,
and the car.
He ripped the seat out of the car.
Oh, jeez. Although that probably isn't that hard, considering they probably just loosened it and let's throw it out because it didn't damage the car.
That's true.
But yeah, so.
But anyway, we were commenting earlier. This came out around the same time as Rambo. So some people thought that maybe this was a copycat, but actually it wasn't, guys, because they were filmed around the same time. So I don't think they copied each other.
And weren't like Arnold and Stallone like kind of like versing each other.
Right, they were rivals at the time for sure.
So it was like whenever Arnold made something,
Yeah.
Stallone would do something, and that led him to
Yeah.
like make Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, which it was a cash in for that.
Yeah, because the original Rambo was called First Blood, and it wasn't called Rambo, so I don't think Arnold based it on that. But yeah, but somehow they might have known that Stallone was working on Rambo. Maybe it leaked, but who knows?
That's hard to say.
They're entirely different movies, though. They're not the same at all. So.
And I haven't seen that Rambo either,
yeah.
or First Blood.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, the one that came out the same year as Commando was Rambo First Blood Part 2. So yeah, we'll watch that one time. I do have
at some point.
Yeah.
So once again, this is the director's cut. Where how many things were added to it? Like,
I would say there were some. Let me see.
I remember the death scene with the troops, and Arnold jumps out of the shed. It said some of those were extended.
Yeah, they sent some of the deaths. They also extended
the line where he talks with the flight attendant about his
Cindy. Cindy. The character development was a bit
deeper
in this director's cut for sure. Yeah, I noticed those. Like I was telling Wiz, where like I think that was definitely extended. I don't remember in the theatrical version. So yeah.
Yes, and Arnold is like a beast in this movie. He never gets hit by any enemy fire, and whatever you throw at him, it just gets thrown over like the cops.
Minus that grenade that I guess glanced him in the ribs or whatever. Yeah, but.
Oh yeah, and the shrapnel probably flew into his guts, and then he got shot by Bennett, the only one who even got close.
Yeah, Bennett got close, and he also stabbed him, I think, in the ribs again.
So that fight scene there was kind of hard to see. Like I was like
dark. Yeah,
I was like, where did he cut him?
I don't know if your TV had like a darker setting, but when I watched it, it wasn't as dark or like physically dark as when we watched it today. So I don't know. It's weird. It seemed darker. Though.
Like you were still able to see, but it was kind of like
it was really dark though. I don't know. Maybe the settings was darker.
Yeah, we won't know, but still, it was a fun movie. So yeah, John Matrix's daughter gets caught and
played by Alyssa Milano, who went on to. I mean,
what did she do?
She had a decent, successful television career, and Who's the Boss? She was the daughter of the main character, Tony Danza. And she also appeared in a show later on called Charmed, where she's like a friendly kind of witch.
Not like Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
No, it's kind of a dark show, though. Like, they have to like face demons and stuff. But they're like a sister of 3, and she was one of those sisters. So she did star in some other films, but she never really made it big, I'd say.
Let's see. Well, speaking of actors, David Patrick Kelly was that
Sally?
Yeah, I did not realize for the longest time that was actually him. Well, I could have looked up the Wikipedia and looked up his name, but I didn't know that was him because I knew him from the game Ripper.
Okay.
And I didn't recognize it was him that he was starring in this movie too until he said like a line, because in Ripper he plays this character called Falconetti who goes over the internet and is kind of like a hacker kind of guy.
Okay.
So he's like, Falconetti. And that voice rings to me. So when he was going after
Cindy.
he was really creepy there.
Yeah, it was pretty creepy.
And I don't know what would have happened if he didn't go after Cindy, because then it's like how the plot would have gone if it wasn't. So anyways, so at one point when Cindy blows him off, like, stop following me, and Solly was like, you fucking whore.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that sounds familiar. Are those two the same guy? I look up IMDb and I was like, man, I'm so stupid.
Same guy. But do you think they put him in this movie to show how powerful Matrix was, so that he can quickly, easily dispose of this guy? Same actor who was in the Warriors movie as well. He's played one of the gang members. Do you think that's why they included him in this movie? I don't know.
Well, I think David Patrick Kelly fit his role pretty much as like that kind of scumbag under management guy. Under management, that kind of business type guy. I think he worked well. He looked good in this movie, I gotta say, because I've watched like the YouTube clips of him, but it wasn't quite detailed because compressions and all that stuff. But he looked good in this movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, John Matrix, nothing can touch him. Just every time the way the plot moves, it's just conveniently thank goodness there was something that leads into the next thing, because like at the hotel where he kills Cook.
Cook, I guess.
Cook, it's like, it was like, oh, where do we go now? Cook's dead. We don't know where to go. And then it's like, oh, his car. Oh, thankfully his car had something in it that led to... It kind of felt like an adventure game. Actually, we also mentioned that it was... It's like a video game, because like that's...
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh,
right? That's what you're pointing.
you said like he keeps robbing a new car every time. He robs the.
She's like, we don't have a car. And then he pushes over Sully's car. He's like, now we do, right? Isn't like that?
And then that car gets dumped for Cook's car.
Let's use Cook's, right? Or something.
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah.
And yeah. So Grand Theft Auto, Arnold's character is basically a Grand Theft Auto character.
Yeah, for sure.
And then at the end, it was just like a shooter game where there were a couple of times where it's like, when the guys come up from behind him, it's like they're shooting at him, it doesn't hit him. It's like, if I was there, I'd be dead. Anyone there be dead because you're getting caught off by surprise. I don't care how fast you are.
You also mentioned the like Metal Gear Solid moments there, like the way he's like infiltrating the camp and the base.
He was. This is pretty much this is kind of like a weird video game movie in itself.
It is. And you know what's surprising, guys? You're not gonna believe this. Commando never had its own video game. Can you believe this?
Because every other video game did what it did, like Contra.
I know. So when I was a kid, I saw for the Nintendo, it said Commando. And I was like, what? Is this for real? So I went to the rental store. I was so excited. I'm going to play Commando for the NES. And then I look at the cover. I go, this is not Commando. This is a arcade-based bird's eye view shooter. It was not Commando, guys. I was so disappointed. But interesting time. I don't know if WizWord 100 knows this. Commando, other than not having a video game, it actually had an action figure line. Can you believe this, guys? Back in when the movie came out, it had action figures. I'm serious.
Well, with the G.I. Joe stuff back then, I'm not surprised they kind of slipped that in there. I think I do recall seeing an Arnold figure with like when he's all
they made like a giant size and then the small ones like G.I. Joe size. But guys, you know what? I don't have any of the figures here, but one of the figures came with a comic book based on the movie, and I have it here, guys. So why don't I check it out?
Is it inside?
I put it inside, yes. But this was not included with this movie, guys. I had to buy it separately. But there it is. It's the Commando comic book.
It looks like the stuff they did for.
Take a look.
It looks like the people who drew the Superman. In fact, it looks like those DC comics.
Okay, you put it closer.
It looks like Superman's gonna pop up in here.
They change the lines though. You can read the end there. Like he doesn't put the pipe through Bennett.
Oh, it still says let off some steam, and of course you got to have those really good one-liners in this movie.
Yeah, there are a lot of one-liners in this film for sure.
Wow, this actually skips quite a bit. Oh, they skipped the part where like he kills.
Speaking of one-liners, what was your favorite one-liner in this film?
Oh man, there's quite a few. Let's see. I wouldn't say let off some steam is my favorite either.
It would have worked better. I was talking to Wizward after watching the movie, because Bennett goes, John, I'm not going to shoot you between the eyes. I'm going to shoot you between the balls. So I thought it would make more sense if Arnold threw it through his
It'd be ironic.
nuts, but obviously it gets
and then
too graphic.
Bennett would have a giant rod sticking out, letting off some steam.
Yeah, but I guess that would have been too over the top.
I was like, that would have gotten bumped up the R rating.
But they put it through his chest instead.
Oh yeah, you also mentioned like that one scene where he chops off the arm. Like Arnold originally wanted to like.
Yeah, he actually wanted to smack the guy with his own chopped off arm, but they cut. Yeah, they said no.
That would have bumped up the rating again.
That's too gruesome. Yeah.
Okay, but one-liners. Let's see. There's you're a funny guy, Solly. I like you. That's why I'm gonna kill you last. What other lines were there? I know there's a lot. That's why it's so hard to keep track of.
Oh yeah, the one goes.
Please don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired.
After he like killed the guy.
Oh yeah, that scene was kind of weird because he kind of like bumps him in the nose and he's just like
his neck.
He gets knocked out, but then he goes and like snaps his neck too.
What's another good one-liner?
Oh yeah, he says that I'll be back, Bennett. And it's like dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun.
I think this was the second film where Arnold said, "I'll be back." I
want
to remember after calling the Terminator.
And then there's the "fuck you, asshole."
Oh yeah, because he's gonna shoot Matrix, but Cook ran out of bullets.
Yeah, because apparently that was a 5-shot Magnum.
So he's about to shoot Matrix, and it goes click, and he goes, "Fuck you, asshole!"
And he punches it, right? Something like that.
Yeah, and then there was a small like porn scene being shot. I don't see a director in that though.
Yeah, I guess. No, I think they were just making out in a hotel, basically.
Oh, okay.
They had to have nudity in these 80s films back then.
Terminator had that too.
Exploitation, yeah.
I forgot about that. That's the one scene I did not.
Speaking of which, do you feel that Cindy was overexploited in this film? Like, I mean, there was no nudity of her, but like the way that she was being used as like a tool, yeah. I felt that way, right? It's kind of sexist.
That's why I was saying. That's why I was wondering, like, if she wasn't here, how would John Matrix, get to Sully?
Yeah.
and go through all that. It's like she kind of like John Matrix kind of forced her to be essential to like finding his daughter. Because like I was saying, like, what if Sully just went off the airport and didn't stick around with the thing? So it was just that stuff you kind of don't think about. It's just you're here to enjoy the movie, and it is very enjoyable.
Because she's a stewardess, and they were trying to fly a plane, and she ended up not knowing how to do it because it was an older plane.
Yeah, it was an old model.
And then Arnold actually managed to do it for them. So I felt that was kind of weird, but she did do one good thing. She used the rocket launcher and somehow got a perfect shot and hit the tire so that nobody in the truck died, but the police van flipped over and then Arnold could get out of it.
And
so
then
that's the one thing that she did.
And then there was the whole radioing John Kirby. Oh yeah, I laughed at Kirby's name because like, how much does he suck?
Yeah, it's like Kirby.
Obviously, no relation to it, but it's spelled the same way though.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember, are there any other one-liners, or do we say them all? Well, I guess like, what happened to Sally?
I let them go.
Oh.
Was that it? I don't know.
Oh yeah, and the let off some steam Bennett part. There was like some alternate cuts.
Yeah, they alternated what he said. He's like,
pressure's too much.
Handle the pressure, right?
Yeah.
All that stuff. There was some. Oh yeah, the deleted scene where it's like after the mall scene, John Kirby comes in and tells like the police chief like so. I felt that should have like stayed in the movie because like potentially on the DVD, not in the theatrical. Yeah. But the one where it's like the freeze one, that one was like
at the end, right?
That made no sense. It's like when
the soldiers
when John Matrix is like done with everything, and I don't know how he killed everyone because I know he killed most of them, but everyone. Yeah, he comes out and like the soldiers that Kirby sent in are like, oh shit.
Are you full? What happened?
Fuck!
Are you full?
Yeah, sorry about that. John Matrix decided to come by and he didn't want to be on camera. But anyways, yeah.
Is that why? Or is it Wiz War 100's cut? Yes.
Yes, the cut of running out of memory. But yeah, part of that. Anyways, so yeah, that freeze scene was just, it made no sense. Like John Kirby, didn't he tell the soldiers like, we're here to rescue John Kirby,
or
blah blah, and then
Matrix,
John Kirby.
That's okay.
That's what happens when they fuse John Matrix. It's like, so the soldier just goes up to Arnold's like, freeze.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
What? Why would you, that made no sense? You're here to rescue him, right?
Yeah, it wasn't really needed.
So yeah, I'm glad that was cut, but that was overall kind of pointless.
But yeah, the whole thing with Kirby comparing Matrix to a hurricane, I guess
that kind of makes sense. Like
one-man army.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's like I said, it's like a video game. You just have one guy that just goes right through.
Yep.
Terminator.
What was it? That factory where he goes to find the plane? I've never seen that part. That part felt sort of somewhat.
Really? Never saw it?
No, I never saw it. I definitely saw the last part, and I know of the mall scene and the airport scene because everyone makes like those quotes there.
Yeah.
But that one was just like, that was kind of weird. How did he find that again? Cook's.
Cook, yeah.
Yeah, that.
He had a map in his.
No, he had like a listing of like getting fuel, and that was from this one factory.
Yeah, true. Well, what else can we comment on? I mean, the action is fantastic, guys.
The action is good. It's well done. Oh, yeah. What about the scene where John Matrix and Bennett were like struggling?
Oh yeah. If you guys are big on pointing, film errors, this film has a few of them that have actually a lot of them that people point out. But one of the funniest ones I figured out on my own. I don't know if anybody else. Yeah, it's possible other people have, but
during the final scene in the boiler room, there's a scene where Matrix and Bennett are up against the fire, pretty much where the fire was from. Furnace, and as they're turning around, before they turn around, if you listen closely, you can hear the director saying "switch" in a really funny voice.
It kind of sounded like Arnold said it, but it's you can tell it's someone else.
He tried to mask it inside. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
That was weird. I don't know why they didn't just bleep that out.
They should have. I guess they didn't.
And then just had a fire flame sound effect in the background.
Yeah, they didn't notice. In terms of but action though, apparently this is one of the highest kill count films in Arnold Schwarzenegger's.
Really, I thought there was
career.
more.
Yeah. Definitely has a lot. I never counted it, obviously, but some people have.
There's a Commando website, guys. Actually, before we go any further, guys, we have to thank the people who participated in the Commando website, because if not for them, this would have never actually been released, guys. The director's cut was asked by the fans. Yes, they had a petition. I signed it, guys. I was one of the people who signed the petition for this to be made, and that's why it was made, guys. A lot of people contributed to this. Yeah.
Damn.
20th Century Fox wouldn't have done it on their own. The fans had to tell them to do it.
Oh yeah, and the 20th Century logo was like older. It looked like something for an animated cartoon.
Although I do like that logo.
I kind of like the more refined one, but each their own.
Yeah.
Stuff. So
actually, we can comment on something. I think I've told Wizard 100 this.
Actually, guys, I don't know if you know this. Commando was originally supposed to have a sequel. Do you guys know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really? I didn't tell you?
No.
Okay, guys. The history was in 1988 there were going to be a sequel to Commando, but unfortunately, or you could say fortunately, if you didn't want a sequel. But anyway, I would have preferred a sequel. Schwarzenegger was busy with Twins and Red Heat, which is kind of interesting because Red Heat, the same guy who did the music for this, James Horner, who passed away. Sorry about that, but yeah, he made pretty cool music. I think he did Aliens as well. But yeah, he did the music for Red Heat. So Arnold, yeah, he opted to do Red Heat and Twins. And guess what? Commando 2 became, guys. You have any guesses?
Not.
It became a very influential action film as well. The movie that they changed it into.
It's not Expendables.
No, but one of the actors is in this film that made it big.
Was it like Jason Statham or something?
No. I'll give you another clue. Okay.
Well, we are kind of on time.
Yeah, true.
So
okay.
What was it?
This became Die Hard, guys.
Oh, Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Because originally Arnold was gonna.
Yeah. So John Matrix was changed into John McClane, and yeah, he became a cop instead of a security guard. As Schwarzenegger would have been a security guard in a high-rise building, protecting it from terrorists, and that would have been Commando 2. But they changed it to Die Hard, yes, and that's yeah, that's the rest.
I haven't
is history.
seen that one either, but I have played a video game that's pretty much like it.
Yeah.
It was a Sega arcade game that made it also on the Sega Saturn. Dynamite Cop or Dynamite Deca. That was what it was. Yeah, that was, if you wanted to play a Die Hard video game, that was it.
I've heard of that one, yeah. So that's pretty interesting, though, that this film was going to have a sequel, but unfortunately for Arnold...
unfortunately, but also fortunately.
Yeah, because Die Hard came out of it. So yeah, there you go.
Died pretty hard.
Yeah.
Well, what else can we add to this, guys?
Well, let's see. The music is pretty cool. The actors did really well. Arnold's always classic with his one-liners. The action, we enjoyed a lot. The pacing on the movie was quick, but it moved along quite well. Overall, like I said, I like the movie, and this is your favorite movie. One of your favorite.
Yeah, one of my favorite Arnolds. I'd say it wouldn't be at my top, but
it's Terminator, wasn't it?
It's close, guys. I really love Predator and the Terminator as well. Those are my probably two favorite Schwarzenegger's films. But yeah, this one's definitely up there. Probably top 5 for sure. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, guys, definitely check it out.
Yeah, it's definitely worth watching. I would watch it again, but no, we'll have to save that for another time. And yeah, go check out Commando and let off some steam
on stream. I don't know. That doesn't really work out. Anyway, guys, promise we'll be back. Peace.
For our next movie vlog.
Yes.